The City Beneath the Turning Sky. Chapter 6. The First Question. By morning, rain had come to the Spiral City. It drifted from a sky of iron-gray clouds, soft enough to seem almost gentle, yet steady enough to transform the city. The distant towers faded into silver mist. Bridges vanished and reappeared like ghosts. Water streamed down clock faces and stone walls alike, tracing paths that had existed for centuries. From the tall windows of the Hall of Clockmakers, Velen watched the rain fall across the city below. Normally he found comfort in the sight. The turning gears, the ringing bells, the predictable rhythm of life. Today something felt different. The city still moved. The clock still turned. Yet beneath everything, he could feel the memory of the pulse, the hidden heartbeat beneath the foundations, the thing that had answered from the darkness. His thoughts returned again and again to the same question. The Order, the Black Seal, the symbol pressed into the wax. Who were they? And why had the sight of their message frightened Master Orin more than anything they had witnessed in the Chamber of Echoes? A distant bell rang. Its deep tone rolled through the mist. The sound lingered, then faded. Velen turned away from the window. Master Orin sat at his desk beneath the warm glow of a brass lamp. Ancient records lay scattered before him, open books, charts, maps, documents. Yet the old clockmaker had barely looked at any of them. His attention kept returning to the folded message resting beside his hand. The broken black seal remained attached to the parchment, a spiral enclosed within a circle. Simple, elegant, unsettling. The room felt unusually quiet. Even the clocks mounted upon the walls seemed subdued. Their ticking blended into a single soft rhythm, like a room holding its breath. At last, Velen spoke. Who are they? The words hung in the air. Rain tapped softly against the glass. Master Orin did not answer. His eyes remained fixed upon the message. Seconds passed, then a minute. Still he said nothing. Velen frowned. Master? Orin finally looked up. His expression carried neither annoyance nor surprise, only fatigue. The wrong question. Velen blinked. What? The wrong question. The old man leaned back in his chair. Outside, thunder rumbled far beyond the city walls. They always ask who. Who does? Everyone. Orin's gaze drifted toward the rain-soaked skyline. Every generation. His fingers rested upon the broken seal. They ask who the Order are. The room fell silent once more. Then he sighed. A long, weary breath. They rarely ask why the Order exists. Velen folded his arms. And why do they exist? For the first time that morning, a faint smile appeared on Orin's face. Not amusement. Approval, like a teacher hearing the answer he had hoped for. Now, he said softly. We're getting somewhere. The old clockmaker rose from his chair. His joints protested quietly. Velen followed as Orin crossed the room toward the far wall. Dozens of clocks hung there. Some large, some small. Some ancient enough to predate the hall itself. Their hands moved in perfect harmony. All except one. A circular clock with no hands. No numbers, no markings. Only a polished brass face. Velen had seen it countless times. Yet suddenly he realized something strange. He had never questioned why it was there. Orin placed a hand against its center. For a moment nothing happened. Then a soft click echoed through the room. Stone shifted. Hidden gears turned. A section of the wall slowly opened. Cold air drifted from the darkness beyond. Velen stared. What is that? The old clockmaker glanced toward him. Something I hoped I would never have to show you. Beyond the opening lay a narrow chamber hidden inside the wall itself. Shelves filled the space. Not with books. With ledgers. Dozens of them. Perhaps hundreds. Each bound in black leather. Each marked with the same symbol. The spiral enclosed within a circle. The mark of the Order. A chill ran through Velen. You've had these all along? Orin nodded. For most of my life. Why hide them? The old man paused. His hand rested upon one of the ledgers. When knowledge becomes dangerous, people believe they have only two choices. He carefully removed a volume from the shelf. Destroy it. The leather cover creaked softly. Or hide it. The ledger landed upon the desk with a heavy thud. Dust rose into the lamplight. Tiny golden particles drifted through the air. Velen stepped closer. The book looked impossibly old. Its corners were worn smooth. Its pages yellowed with age. Oren opened it. Velen's eyes widened. The handwriting inside was beautiful, precise, careful, the work of generations. Yet something was wrong. Very wrong. Entire sections had been removed. Pages cut out. Names scratched away. Paragraphs erased so completely that only blank spaces remained. The absences seemed deliberate, surgical, as though someone had reached into history itself and carefully extracted pieces of it. This wasn't lost. Velen's voice was barely above a whisper. No. Oren's expression darkened. It was edited. The word felt wrong, almost unnatural. History wasn't supposed to be edited. History happened. It was recorded, remembered, preserved. Yet here was proof that someone had reached backward through time and altered the record. Not the events, the memory of them. Velen turned page after page. Everywhere he looked, he found the same thing. Missing passages, missing names, missing years, entire decades reduced to fragments. Who would do such a thing? And why? Then he saw it. A phrase written in the margin. Small, almost hidden. The first question. He turned another page. The first question. Again. A different hand. Different ink. Different age. Another page. The first question. Again. And again. And again. Dozens of times. Across centuries. Across generations. Different writers. Different records. Yet always the same words. The first question. Velen's pulse quickened. What does it mean? Oren didn't answer. Velen turned another page. There it was again. The first question. Another page. The first question. The repetition became unsettling. Obsessive. Like a warning carried through time. Or a secret nobody dared write openly. Thunder rolled across the city. Closer now. The windows rattled softly. What was the question? Velen asked. The old clockmaker stared at the open ledger. His face had become very still. For the first time since entering the hidden chamber, Velen saw something he had never seen before. Fear. Not fear of danger, not fear of death. Fear of memory. Outside, rain fell against the city. Inside, the clocks continued their endless turning. Deep beneath the foundations, far below stone and steel and forgotten chambers, the ancient pulse stirred once. A slow heartbeat in the darkness. As though listening, Oren closed the ledger. The sound echoed through the room. Then he looked at Velen. And when he finally spoke, his voice was little more than a whisper. That, thunder shook the distant sky, is the question that divided the world.